Let's get going.
We're rolling. Welcome back to the barn session. We've got 4 Coakleys in the house. Ryan, Reese, Sammy, and Cooper.
Which one's Sammy and which one's Cooper?
You don't know, and you'll never know. And that's okay.
I get them
All
mixed
right.
up.
We just had a quite a weekend of wrestling go down. U20s, U23s. And yeah, we're here to talk about it. I don't even know where to start though. So somebody help
let's
me.
start with U20s. How about
Start with
that?
U20s.
How about
Okay.
that? Lots of action there.
Yeah. Let's. The first thing I want to ask you guys is: do you think that there needs to be a change in how they do this process?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was seeing some pushback on the internet about. I think it's a seriously unfair advantage for the guy to sit in the finals, where like the other guy making the finals has to wrestle 5 matches right before that. I think that's not fair. I think that they should extend it to a 2-day process where you wrestle the best of 3 series on the second day.
Well, that I would be okay with.
Yeah. I wouldn't hate that. It does. It's always felt like it goes by so fast.
Would it also be okay to let returning guys sit?
I don't know, because I started to
Medalist?
think like, man, they should like U20s is so. I think it's pretty big in terms of the excitement around it, and as of late, we've had some very, very awesome U20 world teams, and so especially with the fact that there's excitement around the guys are either in college or on their way to their college team at the U20 age group level. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a Final X format for it, whether they are incorporating that into what they do at Final X as like an undercard or however you'd want to do it. I think that they can generate a little bit more excitement around it, but I don't know.
I think, yeah. I mean, they could definitely make it more. They could make more like fanfare out of it.
Yeah,
Make it
is that a good
more
idea?
more of a big deal. I don't know. It's a good question. I feel like as somebody who's just gonna watch it, no matter what, it's hard for me to say.
Well, here's the other deal too. We were trying to talk about making it more fan friendly. Then you got to get it. You got to get both U20 and U23s out of Spire. You got to go.
How come?
Well, dude, there's not even any there's nowhere for fans to like sit, or I mean, I guess there are kind of stands, or like up and away or whatever, but like there's no like bleachers or anything. It just doesn't have a feel. The feel.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
if you were going to build this out into something Final X esque, you would want to do it in the same way that you do Final X, where it's at a venue with a lot of seating. You wouldn't want to do it where they do the off on a total tangent here, because Willie mentioned this. There's really 2 events that happen at the national level. There are your events where you basically process wrestlers like they're cattle. You just get as many in as you can. They all wrestle and then they're out. That's your Fargo, your Folkstyle Nationals, your Southern Plains, all of those events, right? And then you have your specialized events like the World Team Trials, like Final X, that you want to have fanfare attention for, and that you want to be able to draw up, excitement for. So I think U20s is something that's on that scale. I don't think U23s is necessarily there, but I think U20s is there, and I think that's why it would be not a bad idea for them to at least look into doing something Final X related with U20 World Team.
It seems silly to me that we have our the U17 trials are with
The Open.
with the Open, right? When you got U20s, you got seniors, and it just feels like there's definitely more of a, what am I looking for? An atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
where you kind of got U23s is like, I don't know, like, yeah, there are guys that are trying to make the U23 team, but it's kind of laid back. It's not like as serious, and
Feels like a really like a major college open.
if it will just yeah, pretty much. I mean, the kids at U20s that got beat were like devastated, right? Like
Yeah.
they weren't
Yeah,
making the
yeah, yeah.
team or whatever. Not every guy at U23s is like that.
For sure. Yeah. And like, dude, most of the weights are probably locked up by people for U23s are locked up by guys who aren't even at the tournament. Or at least they have the option to it, like or option for it. Like it what at
Blaze, or not
well,
Blaze,
Lilidol,
Forest.
Forest, uh 65 could be Blaze. Blaze and Hardy will wrestle each other. So Blaze could make well actually no, he already took fourth. So Blaze could take 65 because it's top 4, it's not top 3.
Oh, okay.
Blaze could take 65. Duke could take 70. Mesenbrink could take 74. 79 Haynes. 86 is nobody. Right? Because there's no way Carter's still 23.
What is Parker?
92.
No, Parker's
Huh?
not either. Neither
No.
is Keck.
92 is Barr. 97 I don't think is anybody. And then heavyweight I don't think is anybody. So like 97 and heavyweight, I think like the only two.
Could Wyatt technically do both, or is Wyatt too old?
I think Wyatt's too old.
Wyatt's
I don't know what
probably
his age
too
is,
old.
but
He's like was his 6th year, right? At least. Yeah, 6th year.
yeah. This I think was his 6th year. So
Well, why
for
are we
sure.
not doing like those two should, or like all those guys should have to wrestle off of the spot. They shouldn't just get it. I understand not
Yeah,
making them go through the tournament, but make them wrestle off. Do a special wrestle off. I mean, you
do
got
it
plenty
do
of
it
time.
Fargo.
Do it at Fargo. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm talking about because they could just take the spot without having to wrestle
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is weird that they can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the most
Yeah.
ideal in my mind. So yeah,
But
that's like
I mean, typically, I feel like what's going to happen.
yeah, like Jake, like the last wrestle off I think to happen was Jake Woodley and Bo Nickel. It's like, well,
Yeah.
Bo's probably going to take this
I
one.
think
from
about
him.
the wrestle offs, like for the U20 spot, like didn't fix like when he wrestled off Courtney, like stuff like that. That's what I think of.
Yeah. Now I would be interested to see Jax Forrest, Nick Bouzakis. That
Yeah,
sounds like
me
an interesting
too.
match to me.
That would be interesting. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Dude, Bouzakis just, what is it about these U20s and
Dude,
U23s where he just kills
I was
everybody?
telling Ryan the trend that we've seen with him is the NCAA season isn't quite what everybody wants it to be. It's still fine. It's not the end of the world. Still does decent. He doesn't make his way to the podium, but it's still a good season. And then he goes to trials for whatever age group event, and he torches everybody.
Yeah,
he beat Jesse Mendez one year for a team, didn't he?
Yes.
He did?
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
The junior team, U20 team. He cried afterwards.
I mean, he's so good at trials. And then like Worlds is also there's something left to be desired from his performance at Worlds.
He just makes too many. That's the whole thing is he makes mistakes. He makes too many mistakes, and he can make up for that. I feel like against a lot of the fields he sees at like U20s and U23s, and you can't make mistakes as much in folk style, and definitely not at Worlds. Dude, I mean, like what he did in the finals there. Do you remember when he picked up his single leg and he literally went straight back with a high C, like went straight back on his own head, and then he was like, "Oh, my neck hurts!" Like just crazy stuff like that, dude. Just
I love it. I love it.
I mean, just for no reason. And he got a reversal too. Like he got taken down immediately. I mean, dude can reverse in any style. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to Nick Bouzakis. We'll get to U23s when we get to it. Ryan, you were our eyes and ears at the event. tell me, were the mats okay?
They weren't slippery, if that's what you're asking.
And
Yeah,
they're the
that's what
same
I was
mats,
wondering.
right?
Yeah,
Were they the same mats?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're the USA Wrestling Rudis Dolomer mats.
Oh, okay.
They look the same, at least. I don't know if they sanded them down or something.
There was
But-
no
Must
have been
slipping and
a-
sliding, that's for sure.
Well, I think there was a humidity element to it at trials, World Team Trials, senior.
Yeah, they also kept like this garage door that like went outside in the arena or not the arena, whatever you want to call this place. They kept it open, kind of kept it cool the entire time.
That's nice.
And
get too
another thing
hot.
somebody said, another reason why they might have been slippery is someone said that they would maybe because they put too much of the solution in and didn't dilute it with water.
Oh, the cleaning solution?
I'm
Apparently
cleaning
that
it.
can make it, but
It
that just
can.
seems crazy. I don't
It
know.
can.
I think so.
Reese, we know this firsthand.
Well, yeah. I feel like we had to keep applying it though to continue.
I'm wondering why. Well, the NCAA uses the like sterilizer mat things.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't USA Wrestling use those at all?
I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
only see them at NCAAs. That's it.
Yeah, I
They
don't
must
know.
be expensive. I'm guessing there's a financial element to it.
Dude, of the finances of USA Wrestling is probably not an egg we want to crack open.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
good.
I don't know.
Moving forward.
What
We will
about
move forward.
why? You don't want to talk about Rich Bender?
Everything's
Rich.
fine according to Flo. It's all
Yeah,
gravy.
because it's all
course
gravy
they
because
think
things are
that.
going great for them too.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah, I know, but
partnered with USA
right.
Wrestling, so
Yeah.
of course they're saying that.
It's it is interesting that the employees of USA Wrestling see these gratuitous pay bumps, but the athlete stipend I don't think has gone up for as long as I've known
you're
about
talking about? What like Rich Bender makes?
it. More than Rich. There's the
I'm
number
talking
of
about
people.
just everybody. And when you say pay bumps, are you saying like you saw what he made like year to year, like
Yeah.
prior years, and it's
Yes.
a lot more than it?
We can look at it later.
Okay.
Okay.
I saw what he
What do
makes
you
now.
know, Sammy?
I don't know anything like that I can't talk about. I just don't.
Sammy.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying
what's
to make
gonna
this
happen? Just talk
like
about
a
it.
financial podcast.
Just getting
Uh,
in the weeds.
I want to talk about the weeds of wrestling, man.
It's true.
Yeah. So what do you want to know about U20s? What excites you the most? What tickles your fancy?
What do I want to know the most?
I want to know what you're. Well, so Ignacio Villasenor, like he's a
Yes, dude.
sophomore, just
No
completed
way.
his sophomore year. Is that
No
true?
way.
What?
I thought I heard someone say that.
He's got to
No.
be going in. So he's at Stillwater High now, right?
Yeah.
Hang on.
I could have swore I saw him in this big board.
I don't know how I heard that or where I may have heard that.
Are you right? Is he going into his junior year?
That's kind of crazy. He's tough.
Yeah, wait. He's going into his junior year of high school, wrestling at U20s?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was like, how old is he actually?
Did he wrestle at U17s?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, that's Spratley beat Bassett and Forrest the summer they were going into their freshman year
At juniors,
U20s.
at U20s. Yes.
That's dude. The whole Bo Bassett age situation got brought up on Twitter again.
I
Of
saw
course, it
you.
will continue to be brought up on Twitter.
Yeah.
Until he's in seniors, until
handled-
he's out of college, in wrestling in seniors.
You handled your interaction with what was it? Global Wrestling Order.
Yeah.
You handled it well.
Sammy
Thanks.
loves
Appreciate it.
talking to that guy.
Yeah, he's big. He's big time now. He's everywhere. He knows how to get the clicks.
He's working. He's working it. No, I don't. The Ignacio is a interesting case because I don't think he was really tabbed as somebody who was going to be a player in this field. But he takes out Vinny Kilcury, Mac Mauger,
Smashed him.
Seamus Reagan,
10-0.
wins a criteria match over Nate Desmond, beats Antonio Mills 7-0, and then takes a match over Anthony Knox.
Could not figure out that chest wrap.
Ultimately doesn't understand if he's in on the legs, Knox can still score.
Yeah.
It's
not enough time to...
it took one match away from him, though.
Yeah.
Took a match. Snatched it at the end.
Man, he is all the way down here at number 23 on the big board.
Well, I'm guessing he's going to move up after that.
28?
27.
Oh.
Yeah, because
that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to see how. Damn, Castillo did not do great.
Castillo, I watched Castillo.
Who beat Villasenor at U17s?
I don't think he wrestled U17s.
He didn't?
Hang on. Let me go pull up.
I'm going to say this about Castillo. I saw him wrestle at the Council Bluffs.
Yep.
And I wasn't, the way he was wrestling, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to translate to the next level. He
should have, Titan Fredericks should have beat him. Not that he got screwed. Titan just didn't fully take advantage of...
Iowa Central guy?
No, he's not an Iowa Central guy, but so his dad and Troy Bennett, one of our other coaches, are good friends. So the Frederick twins, they come around a lot. We see them a lot. But anyway, Titan should have beat Christian Castillo. He had opportunities to do it. He just didn't take advantage fully. So.
Okay, I am not seeing a one Ignacio Villasenor at U17s.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, if he was ineligible for U17s, that would mean he's quite old for his grade.
That means he's turning 18 this year, going into his junior year of high school.
Yeah.
Just like Bo Bassett.
Oh, yeah, I mean... Yeah,
is he at Stillwater High now?
Isn't that what we said?
Didn't I ask that question already?
I think that Reese already said that too.
Stillwater, Oklahoma. But he's from Colorado.
There's a much better way of me looking for him.
Yeah.
I need to go to...
You open the door. He'll be like, oh, never mind.
Is a cat upset?
Yeah, his cat is meowing at the door. It's very unusual for him. Do you want me to?
Oh, no.
Do it.
Okay, Ignacio Villasenor wrestled U17 55. Okay, hang on.
Oh, you wrestled 55?
U17 55.
Hey, don't
so did Gray Burnett beat him? What was Gray at 50?
Yeah, Gray beat him on criteria 3-3. Okay. And then on the backside, Ignacio took fourth. Yep.
So he was there. Okay.
He was there.
Who beat him on the backside?
Zinkin on the backside.
Oh, Rockland.
8-7. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so
very interesting.
You passed the age check.
And then he went. Then he went ham.
He went ham. How did he do that?
Dude, sometimes you just when you're on a heater, you're on a heater. Roll with the punches.
He almost made the team.
Almost made the team. That would have been, dude. It would be that's Spencer Lee, right? You failed to make the cadet team, and
made the junior team.
Yeah,
that's right, Sammy. Good memory.
Yup. Okay.
How'd you do on Gable today?
Not great. I guessed a lot of heavyweights.
Dang, you did that bad?
Wait, hang on. Now I'm mistaking myself. Did I?
No, that was today.
Hang on. I can refresh my memory if I do this. Right? And then I did him, and that didn't work out for me. And then I saw the win percentage, and I was like, oh, well, then it's probably this guy. And I didn't think of him. Yeah, it took me like 5 guesses today.
Haha, sucker.
All right, cool.
You need to find a share button.
You need to find a share button.
Find one and put it on there.
Do you think it works? Do you think it's like oh, I found it. I found this button. I can just like place it and then it works. I gotta make it work. I just haven't had the time.
Yes, that's how I think. I feel like you scour the internet for the button and then you apply it.
No, I can. Oh, I scour the internet for how it works and then I'll figure it out and I'll put it all together. Let's talk
How
about 61
all right.
kilos.
All right, next, 61. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yep.
I thought you said 65 actually, but
blazes through the bracket.
pretty much, dude. He just he got to Zamfuget and I was like, oh, this is going to be a fun match. It was not a fun match.
Dude, he smashed him in a minute and a half.
Yeah, I mean, it was just all gas, no brakes. I never seen Marcus do that to people before.
No. Like right before that, he had a 5-1 match with Seidel, and I was like, this match with Zan, this is going to be a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't.
Was not.
It wasn't. And then
you were foolish for thinking that. That was foolish.
Why was that foolish? Why? Zan has done nothing but show us potential for the last 3 months.
Yeah. I don't know.
You were foolish.
I was Fugit.
You were
That
Fugit.
works, right? They text Kyler Larkin and beats him 4-1 in match 2, and that is that for him. Backside, Ben DeVino takes third. This was a good bracket, though.
It was a fun one.
Dude, Seth Mendoza doesn't even place top 4. This is a tough bracket.
Yeah, well, you ran into, what's his name, twice.
But Ben DeVino loses to him 4-1 and 4-1. That's brutal.
Yeah. What Herring, did he take fourth or did he not? Or he beat the Conci semis?
He got beaten in the Conci semis by Seidel. Dude, and then the Cortez brothers both don't place either. Jesus.
Yeah, it was tough.
What a tough bracket.
What are these dudes? Look, they're trying to figure out Gable right now.
I lost.
You lost?
Yeah.
It took you more than 8 guesses.
I mean, I clicked on 2 like I didn't mean to click on. I was kind of going fast.
Dude, I did that one day when it was Tyler Lillard, and I clicked Lillard.
Oh, man.
I was pissed because I was going to get it in 2.
I knew it was a heavyweight, and I still missed. I still lost.
I got this one.
Man.
I got this one in 3.
I did not know that Slav was around 16.
Yeah, he didn't have a good NCAA tournament.
No, he was all beat up by the end of the year. Okay, 65. Where to even start with this?
Bo Bassett looked phenomenal in the challenge tournament, and then even in against Stanich, he looked good there too. But just ran out of gas.
Faded, dude. But so you say he looked phenomenal. Talk to me about this Valencia match.
That was Valencia's match, dude. He won that match.
Yeah.
Did Bo Bassett really win it?
I thought he did.
A takedown?
That was not a takedown.
Yeah, why wouldn't it have been?
Because he had his arm was all the way up on his shoulder.
Yeah, but he had scored. If you would have seen it in person, you would have been like, no, it's 2.
How? How is that 2? Explain to me.
It was 2, dude. He scored it.
Okay. Wow.
I promise you.
It was 2. He scored it.
I promise you. You just got to go watch it. You had to have been there.
That's ridiculous.
They've been calling it like that all year anyway, all summer.
Really?
I don't know about that.
I don't know if that makes it the right thing either. Cooper,
it's not like it was down by his side. It was all the way up.
No, it was racked up on the shoulder.
Not the whole time.
The elbow.
At one point in time, it was 2 points.
I don't think so.
It was.
And to review that and keep it at 2, I just
that's how you know.
You know who the problem here is? You know what? Let's get to the real root of the issue here. Sammy Julian.
What about
because what Sammy Julian says, Sammy Julian gets.
Yeah,
That's not true.
it's Sammy Julian's been a problem for a long time.
Yeah.
He does get overturned. He doesn't always get it.
Sammy Julian's word is law.
He is the law.
You want to disrespect him, even if you're on the review panel, don't even think about it.
Don't even
Sammy Julian says
about it.
goes. That's the real issue here. So I don't feel like Bo Bassett necessarily torched through the challenge bracket,
No, he did not.
but he
I
did
didn't say
win.
he torch. I thought he looked phenomenal.
Oh, I mean, even look. I don't know.
He looked good against Zepeda, but
He looked good against Zepeda, which
I
was
was always surprised that Zepeda was able to have such close matches with him to begin with.
oh my god.
I mean, not
Pearson.
that
What do you mean? Zepeda's good.
I know he's good.
Zepeda
I
got
just
teched on the backside by Pearson.
Pearson's good too.
I know
Pearson is a quiet name.
Pearson's good. Yeah, he's beaten Pearson Manville though.
Yeah,
I
they've
mean,
had back and forth.
They're like, yeah. He's like
But a
Pearson.
Tenno Tech is
Pearson made some jumps, being
He's
in
good,
the
Zepeda did beat Vega 12-8.
That's true. I mean, that's big. That's a good win.
I mean, dude, it was a good weight class. It was a good
Yeah, I
weight.
mean, that's a good weight class for sure.
There are names all in here.
It would have been tough for anyone to beat Stanich coming out of that weight class.
Dude, I think Stanich is a dog.
Stanich is obviously.
I know.
very
I
good.
agree. That's
I
why
think
I
he's
said it
gonna
would have been
be-
tough.
I think 141 is getting 2 additional hammers put back into the weight next year.
Who the other one?
Stanich and Cornella.
Mm. Did Cornell? He made the team, right? The U23 team.
Well,
Yeah,
he
he did.
won nationals.
What does
Oh,
that
I
mean?
guess he
He's
didn't
probably
make
not gonna.
because Blaze can go if he wants.
Blaze gets what Blaze wants.
Rage?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Did you say preach?
No.
It's either preach or like
He
cream
said
fraiche or
Marcus
something like
Blaze.
Cream fraiche.
that.
I'm just gonna add some of that cream fraiche.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I think the Bassett match is also probably the one where people are the most interested or are the most adamant that they need to separate the challenge bracket from the best 2 out of 3 in terms of different days.
It wouldn't be that. That's not a terrible idea. That's honestly, it's not. Especially, I mean, if
You're hosting the event for 2 days anyway, or 3.
well, you are, yeah, and like if you have guys sitting out, then yeah, it would make sense to let there be some rest for the challenge tournament winner. If you,
Not-
now let's say there was no one sitting out and they wanted to get it all done in one day. That way, that would make sense. You could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Now, 2 days would also simulate what happens at Worlds.
My question with the whole 2-day deal is, the guys that sit out, do they have to make weight both days or just the one day? Just the one day.
Well, is the
Well,
US
don't you
Open, is
make
that
it
a
both
2-day
days of
thing?
Worlds?
Would you ask me?
Answer my question first. Is
No, I
the
didn't
US
hear-
Open, is that 2 days?
I think so.
If they win a 2-day event there and they're weighing in both days, that's fine. They've already shown that they can do that. Then they just have to make weight on day 2. Which seems fair. Why?
It's fair. It's fair.
What is he doing?
What do you? I mean, do you think Bassett was just out of gas at that point?
Felt like it. I mean,
I think he
just
just
seemed like he was
found
not.
himself in a hole, and then
Just seemed like he
by
was not
the
wrestling
fourth-
through those positions.
by the third takedown, it was like he was a little broken.
Maybe.
He done got broke, dude.
Then
Stanich, he could definitely use some offense. I know he didn't need it necessarily, but would have been nice to see a little more offense. I mean, he got to Bo's leg in the second match when he needed to, just couldn't get the takedown, obviously.
yeah. I got into a little bit of a debate in terms of, because again, the global wrestling order guy, He was like, sophomore in college versus junior in high school. Bo will be fine. And it's like, that's not the arguing point that you should use for this. Bo will be fine for plenty of other reasons. But this is an age group tournament. They're 1 year apart from each other. So
Yeah,
do
14 months,
something
I think is
else.
what somebody said. They were 14
Yeah,
months apart in age.
yeah, use something else to like explain your reasoning. I don't know. It was weird to me.
You're a
All right.
sensitive boy on Twitter, Sammy.
I'm a sensitive Twitter head. 70 kilos.
Tell Ryan about your piles, your
Oh.
frustrations.
So Piles on Flow Radio Live said he read out what Ramazanov thought of the match between Dake and Valencia, or like the upcoming series, and he said 55-45 in favor of Valencia, and something to the effect of Kyle Dake is like very good at wrestling, Zahid also very good, has a size advantage, so I'm going to go with Zahid. And Piles follows it up with, yeah, I think that's what we're all thinking. It's like, dude,
You think
put
he was
out
saying that like to be like, yeah, idiot. We're all obviously that's what's happening. You think he was,
okay.
or do you think he was just
Even worse, because he's not thinking that. He's
yeah.
been saying size doesn't matter. Kyle Dake is big enough, when it's clearly not the case. It's very obviously not what's happening.
Yeah.
So to pull that, I just think is
Look at Ryan. He cares less
wrong.
than me.
No, I'm sorry. I got distracted with some work stuff. My bad.
Sure. Sure you did.
Okay. Why are you saying that?
I'm just fucking with you.
Language.
Sorry, child.
No, I mean, I think you're right. I think there's probably some hypocrisy there.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe there is, maybe there isn't.
Perhaps.
Maybe I'm overanalyzing, but I hate the idea that people believe that Kyle Dake isn't being affected in these matches by the raw size that he's handling.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't think it's that big of a deal, frankly. I think the way he was moving Kekeisen, and I mean, Carter moves a lot of dudes around, and he certainly wasn't moving Dake around. I think the only time I've really ever seen Dake be affected by the size was like Richard Perry and Jaden Cox. Those are like the only two.
100% Richard Perry. That shit was scary.
I don't even he beat Jaden Cox once too. So did the size really affect him that much?
Dude, I just remember him. I remember a situation where he was like in on a scoring takedown, and Cox definitely did some like grown man stuff to him to like
just big body.
No.
So just because he wins a match doesn't mean the size isn't playing into the match.
Yeah, but I mean, he just freaking
But it doesn't mean that it's not affecting him as much as people think.
Ryan, what did you say?
I said it does mean it's not affecting him as much as people think. People think that he struggles with people that are bigger than opponents that are bigger than him, and it's just not the case.
It plays against what he has as an advantage against a lot of his opponents, which is the raw power that he has. He's very powerful.
Yeah, but he's also very defensive and very picky, which helps him. The bigger, the larger he gets in
sure. So one aspect isn't affected by it, but another aspect is.
I guess that's one way you can put it, but
it just, I mean, like he hit his chest wrap against Zahid Valencia and it didn't work.
There was no strength component for Zahid beating Dake, in my opinion.
No, like especially with the move that he scored with.
Yeah.
BRB must use the bathroom.
But for being able to move Zahid around, it was clearly taking a serious toll on him, and it was getting him super tired.
Yeah.
Not the type of tired that we've seen from Dake, where he's been cutting weight and he's faded at the end of a match. Because obviously he's not cutting weight.
I think it was different from that.
It's different from that because he's not cutting weight. It's different from that because he's tired from.
You think it's
worse? Trying to move this. I mean, I don't know. It's probably not worse, but you're still fatigued. You're still worn out from trying to move this.
Yeah.
But just, dude, and I don't know if Zahid is getting longer or not, but he looks like I don't even know
Looks
how to
fine,
explain. He looks like a Dark Souls boss whenever he's wrestling.
Yeah.
He's so big.
He's so big. He's a big boy. Who's kind of built like him too is Drayshawn Ross. Kind of similar build.
You know who Drayshawn Ross is more accurately built like? Michael Kemmerer.
Kemmerer, yeah. That back, dude.
Call
That
him
crazy
Turtle Power.
back. Turtle Power.
Yes. He and Kemmerer both have turtle power.
Couple of turtles.
Turtle.
There's Ryan. Okay, let's get back to trials. 70 kilos.
Oh, PJ Duke show.
PJ Dookie show.
Get Dookied on.
Reese, I'm sorry.
PJ could have wrestled both U20s and U23s and won them both.
Reese, Vince Bouzakis went 0-2.
Oh, I know. Well, you don't apologize to me. You're the one who was hyping him up before.
He said, "Don't you dare say sorry to me, young man."
Yeah.
You didn't hear me saying, "Look out for Vince."
So you've hopped off the train, is what I'm hearing.
I think I heard from Willie that his training situation is not good right now.
Oh,
where's he training at?
That's not cool.
I don't know, but
he's with Team Greco. Well, that's his. Okay, that doesn't really tell us anything. Okay. Aside from that, he landed Rabadou, wins the challenge bracket. He takes out Melvin Miller 3-2. And then
did y'all see the Miller takedown? He did that move where a guy's got an underhook and you swim out. And you know how like you've seen like Yanni or like Keith Gavin did it that one time where you swim and wrap around the inside of the leg. Instead of wrapping on the inside, he swam and like went to the far leg, and it was just filthy.
And then he back trips, right?
I think he just finished like a head outside.
Oh, maybe I don't know what you're talking about then.
It was nice.
That's cool though.
Tournament.
That's cool. And then Landon goes out, loses a 7-0 and 9-4 matches to PJ Duke. And PJ Duke is your U20 World Team member. And probably going to take U23s as well. And then we'll see about seniors.
Did you watch any of the finals?
Did I?
Yeah.
What day was it on?
Yesterday.
Saturday?
Oh, the U20 finals?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Saturday, right?
Yeah, they were all on one day, Saturday.
I was running a tournament in the morning, and then I had massages at 2, and then I had a company party to go at to go to at like 7.
Company party? Like
Katie's company.
Yeah. What tournament were you? What were you doing?
I was running a takedown tournament in the morning.
Like for your within your club or what?
Yep, for the club. Had 40 kids show up. That's what Southern Alabama's like, baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For a takedown tournament, that's not bad.
It's all right. It took about 2.5 hours. That was it.
Yeah, but you didn't do true second correctly.
Dude, I'm not getting into that.
You didn't do it correctly, though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ryan. I didn't. It wasn't my choice.
I know.
It wasn't my choice.
I know, but you screwed yourself.
As a matter of fact, God bless his heart, he wanted to do College World Series rules where we would wrestle a true second, and then the winner of true second would go wrestle the first place person again, and then we would do that until everybody except for first place had lost twice.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, a wrestling tournament has never done that ever.
That'd be kind of sick.
No, it's too much wrestling, dude.
With only 40 kids, you could make it work.
I know. I didn't want to, Ryan. I didn't want to. And then one of the brackets was a round robin. How were we supposed to do that?
Huh. You don't. Then you just
exactly.
do round robin.
You just don't. You just don't. 74 kilograms at U20s. Jaden James
shocked the world.
Did he shock the world?
Were you shocked by the Sealy match?
Were you not? Were you guys not? If you're Joe
Mm.
Seeley and you just got
It's
tech
disheartening.
slammed,
For sure.
tech smashed by a dude who is still going to be in high school and will eventually be coming to your college, are you thinking maybe I got a GTFO?
You're like,
I
man,
would
I
be
can't
thinking
even break the lineup now, and then this
that's
guy's going to be here after another year.
That's like
Do
the
I need
least of
to
his worries, honestly.
GTFO H?
Yeah,
He should, dude. He should have GTFO'd a long time ago.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
it feels like a
it-
Facundo kind of situation.
Yeah. Good, but not great.
He just smashed Joe Seeley, guys. I mean, like,
Dude, it was bad.
it was even more impressive in person. You're just watching it happen.
Yeah,
It's like, oh my god.
he is really good. He's special for sure. Which I feel like at this point, they're just everywhere now. They're freaking,
Dude, there's a lot of specials out there.
yeah. You know what they say.
Especially,
You know what that guy says.
especially coming out of that KD training center.
Whatever.
A lot of good special kids coming out of there, right, Sammy?
I was impressed with Alessio Parrington coming out and taking fourth. Yeah, so Joe Seeley also came back and took third. That looked good.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, Jaden James, he even beat Will Denny. Like, goes out
Benny had
to
a great
the
tournament, man.
Yeah, he did. And then Ladarian handles Jaden James 6-1 and 15-2.
The
And
6-1 was a
Lockett,
lot closer than the score.
but I'm sure it was like a last minute score situation, junk time, making it look a lot closer than it should have.
Jaden James Jaden James was in that match. The second match he was not in, but that first match he was in.
Yeah.
I saw the
That
first
happens.
match. What happened in the second one?
Ladarian just opened it up more.
I saw his interview. I watched his interview. You know what he said? This pertains to you. He said, did I tell you this already?
No.
He said, he's like, I got the rest of my life to hang out with my friends. I need to focus on becoming a world and Olympic champ, NCAA champ. And that's what this one's grandpa told him on the phone.
Well, it's not just hanging out with my friends. I want to do stuff other than wrestling. That's the
No, I know.
Cooper, Cooper, you do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Thank
It's just funny because he was kind of blowing off that advice. And then you hear Ladarian Lockett say the exact same thing.
you do have some lofty goals, that you've set for yourself. So there is some, some of that you should take to heart. Some of that advice, obviously there's a time and place. You don't want it to be all fun and games, right? You don't want to just always be hanging out with your friends and whatnot. Sometimes you want to be training and studying and doing all that good stuff.
I mean,
Right?
I don't really hang out with people that often, though. That's the thing.
I'm not trying to lecture you, dude. I'm just giving you advice. So
I'm glad you guys handled that while I was sending out a tweet. I was going to be very mean about the tweet, but
What are you tweeting?
somebody responded to what I said about the size difference, and he says, "There's weight classes. Literally one of the only sports where you can't complain about size."
Gotcha.
And, oh yeah, dude, I'm an idiot.
What'd you say?
79 kilograms. Brock Mantanona wins the challenge bracket and then loses to Will Henkel 10-0, 10-0.
Smashed.
No
dude,
question.
looks good.
He does.
How do you
But let
think
me
he would have
ask
looked
you
if he
this,
was wrestling
William.
in this bracket?
William, when are you going to get into that Penn State lineup?
You got two options. You got Penn State lineup or the portal.
Or what?
Those are the two options.
Or the portal.
Or just hit
Or
the
the
bench
portal?
like a lot of those guys do, apparently.
All those guys are like, I'll take the rings. I'll take a team ring for 4 years. I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
It is
Those
pretty
are nice.
cool.
I'd be happy with that, honestly. I wouldn't complain. But I also didn't just make a U20 World Team this weekend, so
True.
What do you think? Because he's probably going to be an 84 pounder, right? Or is he 74? He'll probably be 84. He's pretty lanky.
I mean, what? He just wrestled 79 kilos. That's 174.
He'll grow.
So he could do 74 or 84. But both of those are.
Well, Levi's got one more year, so
Levi's got one more year, so it could work out. But then there's probably somebody else coming into play eventually, right?
Yeah. Duke's going to have to move up. What's his name will probably move up.
Huh?
Messenbrink.
Why?
I don't know. We just figured that's probably how it'll go to fit everyone in.
I don't think so.
Why?
what do you think's going to happen with Duke?
I think
and
somebody's going to sit the bench. I think Duke is going to wrestle 57. Messenbrink is going to wrestle 65,
you
and
really
then
don't. So
Hankel 74.
You don't. You think in folk style, like it's not close between him and Kasek?
Duke and Kasek?
Yeah.
It might be. But who do you think is going to get better over the next calendar year?
I don't know. I think they're both extremely good.
I think they
Did you
both
see
could get better.
Kasek working his way back down to 49
Why would he be doing that?
to
I
take
would
out
see
Van Ness?
Duke making 49 before Kasek.
Maybe. I don't know. Either way, somebody's on the bench.
Yeah.
Just don't know who it is yet.
86, man. What a weight.
You just got beat in the semifinals of the softball World Series.
Oh no.
No fifth national championship for them. No fifth straight.
Oh.
Dang.
Man.
Who beat him?
Sidebar. Texas Tech, I believe. Yep, Texas Tech.
Nice.
Reese, you said 86. What a weight. Did you mean that?
I meant like what a final series. Really, is
Final
what I meant.
series. Electric.
Dude,
Electric.
Aeden Sinclair, that you got to feel for the guy.
I
2 years
feel
in a row, he
greatly for
loses.
him.
He loses at 3 matches or best of 3, whatever.
And he had it. He had it in match 2, dude. He freaking
did.
had it.
That was a crazy. I don't even. Did that. Do you think they should have given McAnally 4 there?
I don't know, dude. It was weird.
Dude, you should see some of the stuff they were trying to give 4 for, and then some of the stuff they wouldn't give 4. It was like it's like what are these referees saying?
Are we losing touch with the sport?
Like another, I don't know, like when Barr crotch lifted him in the final. Do you remember that? And they gave him 4, and I just don't see how that was 4 because Aeden was like on his belly or on his knees. How do you get 4 out of that?
Right. Shouldn't it be from the guy's feet to his back?
Yeah.
Weird.
And I think they challenged it and they upheld it.
Like, Sammy Julian scored it, so.
Probably.
Yeah. What a series.
Yeah, McAnally is, you can't say anything other than he's a gamer. He's turning into a real problem. He could definitely be the top guy. Based on
at 86 or 86, 184.
Yeah.
Him
Ferrari will be interesting.
Ferrari, Welsh, Sinclair.
Welsh, amazing too.
Yeah, Welsh looked really good.
It's crazy.
Zach Ryder, who I was kind of hoping we would see this weekend, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah.
I just can't believe Ohio State blew it and lost that dude. Come on, Tom.
Over Carson Hartzler.
Because he wanted to go 74, he didn't want to go 84?
I don't know. They started Carson Hartzler over him.
Are you sure
he wanted to go 74 this year? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Am I imagining things?
Under the impression that he was going 84 because he'll be going 84 this next year.
I could be imagining things. And he wrestled 184 in red shirt, like it at an open.
Yeah. I think what they did was
Who was 184 for Ohio State this year?
Geog. Rogatsky.
Rogatsky. Yeah, why wouldn't you just let the man wrestle 84 then?
Yeah.
Let the man
What was
wrestle.
he thinking? What were they thinking? You lost him.
You blew it. You blew it.
They did blow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Now they got to run it
184
with
is going to
Dylan
be
Fishback.
184 is going to be bananas next year. But for now, we're going to take a look at 92 kilograms, where there was an upset in the challenge bracket from a one Dylan Bechtold.
Yeah, who did he beat?
Dylan was on fire this weekend.
Can anybody here
Was it Merrill? It was
tell me
Merrill.
where Dylan Bechtold wrestles?
He wrestles
Buffalo?
for Bucknell.
He wrestles for the Bucknell Buffalo.
Oh, that's why I said
Are they Buffalo?
Doesn't his brother go to McCourt?
Are they Buffalo?
I don't know. I
He's
just
got a
said
brother
Buffalo.
who's a heavyweight. I'm pretty sure he wrestles at McCourt. Maybe he doesn't wrestle at McCourt. But he's got a brother that's a heavyweight in high school.
He beat Cody Merrill and then went on to kind of get throttled by Mirasola.
Yeah.
But
The Mirasola boys are looking good.
he also beat Bechtold beat Mirasola or Sonny Sasso as well.
That's a good one.
So Bechtold pretty solid.
He had a pretty
solid,
good year this year, didn't he?
Let me take a look.
Pretty sure he did.
He well, I need to log in to be able to view it. Round of 16 is a true freshman at 197. Not bad.
All right, all right.
Lost to Wyatt Volker and Joey Novak. But his wins... I mean, Evan Bates is a good win.
He goes to Oral J. Roberts High School. That's where he goes.
Oh, should have known. Should have known.
And
97
he's
kilos.
committed to Lehigh.
97 kilos. Camden McDaniel takes out Cade Ziola in the battle of the Nebraska Huskers to face off against Justin Rademacher, who beats him. Justin Rademacher back on your world team. 125 kilograms.
Yeah, these upper weights
what do we-
were, except for heavyweight. Heavyweight was great.
Heavyweight.
But the but 90, 80, or 86, even the challenge bracket, 86 was blah. 86, 92, 97 were just kind of blah.
97, dude, what's his name was just not showing a high IQ when he was wrestling with the Nebraska dude.
Ziola?
No, at 92, I mean. Was it 92 or 97? The freshman.
Well, I don't know who you...
Talking about Rademacher?
Who Rademacher wrestled.
Rademacher wrestled McDaniel.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He would, dude. He just got in a lot of positions where he should have scored, and he did some not so smart stuff. So maybe he can figure that out, and maybe that
Cameron
shows
McDaniel's
a lot
already
of
an All-American.
potential. What?
Camden McDaniel's already an All-American.
It's true.
Crazy. Heavyweight, dude. Heavyweight is the weight of weights. We had Drayshawn in the challenge bracket. We had Drayshawn Ross, Kobe Merrill, Rocco Delegata, Michael Mako, Dean Bechtold, who wrestles for Stellar Trained, and Coy Hopke. Hopke beats Mako to make the finals. Ross beats Kobe Merrill on a 2-2 criteria win to make the finals. And then Ross just smashes Hopke. Just all over him.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Dude, it was so ugly.
Then he just can't figure out how to beat Cole Mirasola and loses 4-1 and 5-2.
He cannot. It's pretty weird. I think it's weird.
I think I agree. Weird. I thought the match with Hopke was going to be a lot better than that.
Yeah, he made
I don't know where
Hopke
Kobe Merrill's going to go.
Not so good.
Did you not see my text?
I don't know where Kobe Merrill's going to go, but
did you not see my text?
No,
I saw your text
about who was in Kobe's corner.
Oh yeah, what does that mean though? What school is that again?
He's wearing Iowa State stuff all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Chris Perry is, at least. I didn't see Kobe
Okay.
in any Iowa State stuff, but Chris was in his corner for every single match. So,
Well, there you go. Okay.
and so him and Cody, are they real? Are they brothers?
I have no idea. I don't even think they went to the same high school.
Unlikely.
They're both big dudes who wrestle from California
And
and are just
they look very
so
similar.
good.
And they
And
look
one
very
letter
Yeah.
apart.
And one's
in their
Cody
name.
and one's Kobe. Come on,
Dude,
now.
if they're not related at all, that's a sick, twisted joke from reality.
Pretty cool.
All right.
I'm looking at
U23s. I'm totally just gonna skip 57 kilos. I have never heard of Mason Ziegler.
Me neither.
Is that bad for me?
I've never heard of him either, but that's it's good. That's good for Lehigh. I mean, they already have a 25, but
Yeah, they're
he'll be gone
brothers.
next year.
They're brothers.
Son of
Why
Stephen
did he-
and Lorraine Merrill, has one brother named Kobe, who was named Cody's teammate on the Gilroy wrestling team. So Kobe was at Gilroy and then transferred.
Interesting.
Where's he at now?
JW
Or was?
North.
or is?
Right? JW North, yeah.
Mason Ziegler this year
Just a freshman.
went 7-3. He lost to Charlie Farmer, his teammate Sheldon Seymour, and some guy named Damian Moreno from Arizona State.
Seymour?
Oh, he beat Jacob Moran. He's not bad.
Seymour
Not bad.
nuts.
I mean, not bad. Ziegler is who I'm talking about. And then Daniel Guanajuato took second. Cool. 61 kilos. We already talked about this dude. Nick Bouzakis, who I think he gave up 9 points the entire tournament. And I think he
And they're
scored
all in the finals, right?
20, 30, 40, 50 plus 31. He scored 81 points and gave up 9. That's probably that. You know what's crazy? That's the second most impressive stat from an Ohio State wrestler this weekend. Second most impressive.
What's the other
Brandon Cannon wrestled half a college season in 2 days.
one? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, half a college season in the modern era.
Modern times, yes. Which is he this year, this NCAA season, he wrestled 29 matches, including
half of
Big
that?
Tens and NCAAs, and then he goes out and in 2 days he wrestles 14 matches.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Loses in like round 2 to Daniel Cardenas and then goes all the way out the backside and takes third.
That's crazy.
Including like 11 tech falls.
That's
ridiculous.
Crazy. He's a mystery.
I mean, I think he's going to be a name next year.
Well,
Maybe.
what weight's he going to be
Yeah,
at?
probably.
I don't know. Whatever weight honestly 65 might be a better
How
move
did he?
for him.
What did
but
he?
like
What did he finish? Like round of 16 this year?
round of 12.
Round of 12. Okay.
Pretty sure.
He's that's what I read that he will not be able to make 57 anymore.
Yeah, he was round of 12
65
and he lost.
65 is definitely going to be different from this year's 57.
So what about Bearden?
He's so.
Aeoden.
Do you move Ethan Bearden down to 57?
Or he just doesn't make the lineup.
Oof. I feel like you got to have
I
that
don't know.
guy in the lineup.
Let me
You
take a
know
look
who
at Ohio
grew
State
like
real
a
quick.
weed? You know who I thought was going to be a 33, 41 pounder, and he's shaping up to be much bigger than that?
Oh,
Who?
Boy Biskins.
Really?
How big is he now?
He seems so short at NCAAs. He
Well,
seems
he's-
so stout.
He was 70 kilograms this weekend, so
Whoa.
how did he do?
I don't know if he placed or not.
So Ohio State's lineup right now is at 125, Brendan McCrone or Vinny Kilcarry, 33, Ben DeVino, 41, Jesse Mendez, 49, Ethan Styles. I forgot about Styles. Oh my God. 57 currently is Brandon Cannon, and then 65 is, 57 is Brandon Cannon or Cody Chittum, and then 65 is Patty Gallagher or
Chittum.
Ethan Burden.
No,
74 is Carson Hartzler.
I think they want a red shirt Chittum.
Sure. 74 is Carson Hartzler, 84 Dylan Fishback, 97 Seth Shoemate, and heavyweight is Nick Feldman. You also have Luke Geog and Ryder Rogotsky up at 97. and you could drop one of them down to 184. Well, not 184. I don't, dude. I don't
How
know
big
how
is
I feel about
Maddox
Carson
Shaw?
He's like 180 or 174,
He's
right?
157.
He'd be a 57 pounder. Maybe they just start him at 57 this next year because they want to redshirt Cody Chittum. I read that that's what Tom Ryan was saying. He wants to redshirt Chittum.
Yeah, which is totally fine. I get that.
They got Adam Waters coming in next year too. That'll be good.
Oh man,
But yeah, Ohio State's gonna be a good team.
They're on their way back.
Yeah.
Where's Will Denny going to school? Is he going to Illinois?
he's not in college yet.
Or is he? That's what I mean. Is he at Illinois?
I thought he was in college somewhere small.
Wolfpack.
Oh,
He's at NC State or was he a freshman this year?
I see. Will Denny. Welcome to the pack, Will Denny. I think he was a senior in high school this year.
Ah, look at us, Reese. Both wrong.
I'm not certain. Let me fully fact check myself here.
70 kilos. Josh Edmond wins.
Whoa! You skipped 65.
65. What? Who? Vince Cornella. Who is that?
You bag. Yeah, he will be a freshman this upcoming season. Will Denny will. Vince Cornella. Sorry, Mike. Vince Cornella will be a force at 141 this upcoming season. So be ready. Be ready for the force.
Will he be using the force?
If need be.
It's illegal.
Okay. Then no. 70 kilos. Josh Edmond.
Wins by the skin of his teeth.
Dude, a lot of his matches were that way. He
loves that. He lives for that.
Oh my goodness, Ethan Fernandez, just get it done next time, dude.
Who beat him?
Josh Edmond. He lost to him 7-7 on criteria.
7. Yeah.
And then EJ Parco smashed Fernandez on the backside.
Man, Sarbo, he made the blood round of this bracket.
That's good.
Tough.
It was
a tough bracket.
He got smashed by Ewing in the blood round.
Sam Ewing.
Who's that?
Yeah, from Buffalo, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Dude, he's tough.
Well, shout out to Hunter Richard. That's his guy.
Yeah, he had a nice little broomstick cutback, whatever you want to call it, for 4. Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sarbo had a pretty little inside trip throw.
It was nice, and it was
inside leg hook.
It was a good little get back for Matt too, because that kid beat Matt in overtime his sophomore year at Iowa Central.
Wow. Okay.
Nice. Dupel, Carson Dupel. Yeah, that was a nice little throw. You can see me in the background put my go like this. And I was like, oh my
god. 74 kilos in what was the biggest bracket of the weekend. I think this a 256?
256 man bracket.
8, 12, 16. So hang on. 16,
it was huge.
32, 64, it was 128. Nope. It was 256. 256. Michael Caliendo comes out on top after he got Cardenas kind of smashed him in round 1 and then just gets shut down in the next 2 matches.
Caliendo also doing the Josh Edmond and just winning.
Yeah, he has not figured out freestyle the way he's figured out folk style.
That's got to be it, right? He's just
by the way,
struggling with.
So I've seen him in person. I've looked at him. I've analyzed. Yeah. He can totally make 57.
Is he small?
He's not quite as big as I thought.
Like
he's small, man.
I mean, he's not. It's still going to be a pull. It'll be difficult, but he's not. Yeah, like I said, he's just not as big as I was expecting.
Okay. Now,
His chest isn't
Daniel
like,
Cardenas.
it's not as thick up here, and his waist is like smaller than you think.
Got one of them.
Too.
Got one of them delicate waists.
He's kind of a no, I wouldn't call it delicate, but he does kind of have an almost hourglass ish figure.
Okay. Daniel Cardenas should not have been in the finals.
Coop, check your text messages, Coop.
It is. I'll tell you what. He earned it, but Tyler Lillard should not have done what he did in the semis. Did you guys watch it?
He blew it, dude. What more can you say?
All right, Reese. Let me lay this out for you. It's
He blew it.
It is 9-6.
He
with
blew
7 seconds left on a restart. Tyler Lillard is up 9-6.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that part. Yeah.
Daniel Cardenas just runs at him and then throws him, and Lillard says, "Ugh," and just gets thrown. Like he had no idea what was happening. Like he couldn't think.
He couldn't,
dude. Tragic.
He didn't expect it. He was not expecting it.
Dad,
what?
I cannot watch that video.
Why?
I don't have a full wrestling account.
Help him, Reese.
What are you trying to watch? What are you doing right now?
Why are you telling us to knock
I'm doing what your son was doing.
Oh.
He was doing this. You don't know if you saw his hand. He's very subtle.
What?
He's scratching his collar, he says.
Oh, I thought he was saying no.
He's not like that.
I don't have an account, Dad. Sorry. Scratch it. Okay, so
video?
Brock Mantanona failed to make a world team, but Bo Mantanona also probably doesn't make a world team at 79 kilos, but he won U23 nationals, so that's pretty cool. But I'm guessing somebody else is going to take the spot from him. Oh, he lost a match in the finals.
Oh, he did lose one. I forgot he lost one. I keep forgetting he lost one of those matches.
Yes, he did.
Oh, no.
But the other wins were tech falls. Very strange.
Very strange.
86 kilograms. Rocco Welsh wins. Now, it was not easy. He's got a 3-0 win over Simon Ruiz. 8-3 win over Rylan Rogers. Is Rylan Rogers back?
What do you mean?
Like he never left.
Well, he was kind of gone for a couple of years there, was he not?
No, just that's like your opinion, dude.
Really? Who's Rylan Rogers, Reese?
He's the brother of Chandler.
LHP.
Is he LHP?
No,
he's from Michigan.
He's from like Washington or something.
No, he is from Washington.
Oh boy, none of us know.
I think we've had this discussion before.
No, but he wrestled for Michigan, and now he wrestles for Lehigh.
Yeah, we all know.
Made the semis, loses to Rocco Welsh 8-3, and then Rocco Welsh wins a couple of tough matches against Jackson Smith. Fishback beats Simon Ruiz for third place, 9-9. Brutal.
Ooh.
Brutal.
Beat Ruiz on the front side.
He's from Idaho, you dummies.
Welsh?
He's from that's right.
Close enough.
Yep.
Cordaline.
Yep, Cordaline.
Cordaline.
And then he went to Michigan, and they transferred to Lehigh, and he is going to be a starter on what is a ridiculous team next year for Lehigh. Ridiculous.
Hyping it up too much. You might be hyping it up too much.
You're hyping it up too much.
Do you think I have a problem giving Lehigh the spotlight and then I can just sit back and watch them drop it? Totally drop the ball.
Is that what you're hoping?
You think I feel bad about that? You think I feel bad about the idea?
You hate America. You hate Lehigh. You hate America.
Yep.
That's just not true.
Wrestling is doing better than Lehigh is doing better.
They won me over in one facet. They added a women's program, and that's good for them. And you know what? I do want to see Lehigh do pretty well this year.
Where's Cornell?
As long as it's one spot below Cornell. Reese, I don't know if you've looked at the logistics behind getting a new athletic team added to an Ivy League university, but it is not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you never know until you try.
Excuse maker.
All right.
Apologist.
92 kilos. Can you guys tell me who Gavin Nelson is?
Yeah, everyone knows who Gavin Nelson is. He's from Minnesota. From Simile. I think he's a Simile boy.
Oh, is he Simile or Shakopee?
He might be Shakopee.
He's Simile.
Simile.
He's
Did
a
you not
three-time
know
state champion for
Who
them.
Gavin Nelson was?
Yeah, he's tough.
I didn't know who
he
Gavin Nelson.
made a cadet team, didn't he? Bronze?
Yeah, he made.
don't know.
He's like medaled. I'm pretty sure.
Bronze, right?
Yeah.
I don't see anything on here about it, but I'm looking at his Minnesota bio, so I have no idea.
Hmm.
How would I find that? I don't know. You guys think he made a cadet world team?
I'm almost 100% sure.
I thought he did. Maybe not.
I don't think so, guys.
I think
You
he
love it. You
did.
just love it that Gavin Nelson wasn't on a world team.
No, I don't. I don't. Stop it. Are you guys thinking of Max McAnally?
No. Thinking of Gavin Nelson.
Well, I'm going to move on to the next bracket because we're running low on time. As a matter of fact, we are out of time, but we're going to wrap it up. 97 kilos. Ryan, who is this and how do you say their name?
He's from Grandview.
His name. He's from Grandview. Now say his name.
I believe they call him GK.
Okay. All right. I wanted to see somebody try it. That's all right.
I've do you know how many you think I haven't attempted to make her to say his name before?
Yeah. Now, what I was hearing is Christian Carroll was up on him 8-0, and then something happened to his ankle or his knee. Is this the truth?
Something happened to
Kuka
Christian
Bakali.
Carroll. No, I didn't see it. To be honest with you, I have no clue.
Okay. Well,
Arabus
the
Kuka
match.
Bakaliho.
What is it? Say it again, Reese.
Kuka Baka Kilaho. Kuka Baka Kilaho.
It's not bad.
I think it's Kukabakila.
What is that? Italian?
Kukabakila. Reese, no. And then a heavyweight Iowa State wrestler Daniel Herrera wins a kind of a quiet bracket. No, Aiden Atau was in here.
Yes.
What?
Nothing. Continue.
Okay. Ryan Kaka, Lucas Stoddard. There's some names in here, but no serious players. Yeah, and Herrera wins it. Okay, solid. That's our U20s and U23 World Team Trials and Nationals, and that's it.
Paste.
Riveting.
Check that link out.
So good.
What do you want? Why do you want?
Click that link.
What is this?
Check it out.
Sammy, did you watch my
92
trailer?
kilogram men's freestyle cadet world team member Gavin Nelson in
So
2021.
Nice. Beautiful.
Okay.
Found it, Reese.
Look at Sammy.
Did he wrestle at Worlds?
Yes, dude.
I'm not, dude. I want you guys to like.
You're so mad right now.
I'm not mad.
Quit being
furious.
So upset,
I'm furious.
You still haven't watched my trailer.
This is how I can find it. As soon as we wrap this up, I will watch it. He took 5th at Worlds.
So close.
He lost to Zorik Djoyev, who I'm assuming is a Russian. And then he lost to a that is an Iranian. He got pinned by him for 3rd place.
Well, you learned who Gavin Nelson is today.
Gavin Nelson, we salute you.
He'll be good. 97.
I already did. You salute him.
I salute you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Closing remarks, brothers.
Nothing.
Nope, nothing. Mm-mm.
And that's an episode. Have a good day. Goodbye.